Newly released text messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page don't simply have implications for the Russia investigation. They're also very embarrassing for the FBI. They tell us more than maybe we wanted to know. In one text exchange, Strzok refers to the Virginia citizens he serves as, quote, ignorant hillbillies. He misspells the word, by the way, irony of ironies, for the crime of not electing Andrew McCabe's wife to the Virginia legislature. Ignorant hillbillies. The text also includes Strzok and Page's shared post-election meltdown. Strzok, who is an adult male, messaged Page in all caps, "OMG, this is effing terrifying," he squealed. Page replied, "OMG, I am so depressed." Obviously an articulate group. A few days later, Page wrote this, "I bought all the president's men. I figure I need to brush up on Watergate." The next day she added, "God, being here makes me angry. Lots of highfalutin national security talk. Meanwhile, we have our task ahead of us." What our task was remains unclear. Mark Steyn is an author and columnist. He's seen these texts, and he joins us tonight. Uneducated hillbillies, huh?
OMG, Tucker. LOL. I think last time this came up on your show, I described these guys as like John le Carre rewritten by Teen Beat, and I'm glad to say they've managed to keep that up. I don't understand, just to be serious for a moment, nobody ever resigns in Washington unless they're caught up in this Me Too business. So if Lisa Page were to stand in front of a camera and say that Peter Strzok had conducted one meeting wearing Harvey Weinstein's bathrobe, he'd be out. But absent that, nobody resigns. I don't understand why these two are still in government service. We were accused of being bigots by Joy Reid and her chums at MSNBC a week or two back. These people actually are bigots. They think of Virginians as hillbillies. They think of Romanians as sleazy. At one point they're talking about this guy Guccifer, the big internet guy in Romania, who is described as a sleazy Romanian, and Lisa Page struck back that all Romanians are sleazy. They combine the crookedness of Russians with the entitledness of Italians. So what's that? 1, 2, 3 nation states whose entire populations have just been put down. I mean, the banality of this.
Yeah,
I mean, to go back to what Mr. Biro, your previous guest, was saying, he does it. Oh, they're all sworn. They've all taken this oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Well, they're not. They're just two lovebirds who apparently get turned on by the most by hyper-partisan politics. They are completely unqualified for the jobs they are holding, and why they are still holding those jobs is a complete disgrace to this FBI of which Mr. Biro is so proud.
Well, because no one is ever fired from the federal government. You're more likely to die in the job than to be fired from a federal job. So maybe that's part of the problem. But you sort of wonder, like, what's the FBI response to this?
Well, the FBI response has been to protect itself. You know, this goes right back to when the Bureau of Investigation was set up by 110 years ago, 1908, I think, and Congress was actually so concerned that the Attorney General then, Bonaparte, the guy who was Napoleon's nephew or whatever he was, Attorney General Bonaparte specifically assured Congress that the FBI would not be used to monitor political dissent or to set loose investigations on politicians at the behest of their partisan opponents in the White House. Well, we're seeing more and more clearly that that's actually 110 years later, that's the two things the FBI is doing. They set their dogs on Carter Page because they could get to their political opponents. They are they loose them on a whole collection of Trump associates, basically at the direction of the most senior figures in the Democratic Party. This is an absolute disgrace, and those two should not be in office.
Couldn't agree more. Mark Steyn, thank you. Great to see you.
Thanks, Tucker.
White House Chief of Staff John Kelly has infuriated the left with a comment about Dreamers. Was it untrue? That's always the first question. Was it true or not? Question nobody asks, but but we will next.